Top 5 Worst Prisons in Florida, Part 2.
In Lowell Correctional Facility, it's legal prostitution. It's like a brothel. It's like a predator's playground.
In 2019, the Florida Department of Corrections seized 432 ounces of marijuana, nearly 7,500 cell phones, and enough tobacco to make 1.1 million cigarettes. How does it get there? Sometimes the schemes are elaborate. One former inmate used a drone to drop cell phones into a prison yard.
In the middle of a staffing crisis, morale is low because people are forced into overtime hours to cover shifts. As Mike Vasalinda tells us, the age to become a corrections officer just dropped to 18 to bring in more recruits.
Hello again and welcome back to our channel. In our previous video, we took a look at some of the most notorious prisons in Florida and uncovered the harsh realities faced by inmates. Today, we're continuing our journey and exploring even more of the worst prisons in the state. From overcrowding to inhumane conditions, these institutions are a clear representation of the ongoing problems in the Florida justice system. So, if you're ready to learn more, join us as we delve into the top worst prisons in Florida Part 2. Number 5, we have Walton Correctional Institution.
It's Appreciation Week for correctional officers and nurses, people that work to serve others on a daily basis. News 13's Kimber Collins got a behind-the-scenes look at the Walton County Jail as they celebrate both jobs under the same roof.
Whether it's protecting inmates or treating them, Walton County staff says the job behind bars is different than what the outside world may think.
Today, we will be discussing a prison that has been in the news for all the wrong reasons. The Walton Correctional Institution. Opened in 1990, the Walton Correctional Institution is located in Defuniak Springs, Walton County, Florida, and has a capacity of 1,201 inmates. Despite its relatively small size, the prison has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. News of prisoners being beaten severely by guards and then denied access to medical care is a common occurrence in this prison. While authorities have fired several guards over the use of excessive force, it appears that it has not been enough to curb the problem. Reports of guards abusing their authority are still a common occurrence. At number 4, we have DeSoto Prison.
Tonight, a federal grand jury hands down a 3-count indictment charging a former DeSoto Parish correctional officer with federal civil rights violations. Now, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Javarie Pounce, seen here in footage that KSLA News 12 obtained during our special investigation into the mistreatment.
County deputies say a woman showed up for a visit at the county jail with her infant grandchild and, get this, more than 100 grams of drugs. Investigators say a canine unit also searched 44-year-old Melissa Webster's car and found more than 680 additional grams of heroin and cocaine placed near a baby's car. Now, Webster is charged with trafficking heroin and cocaine, bringing contraband into a correctional facility, and child abuse.
Today, we will be discussing a prison that has been facing various problems despite its relatively good reputation. The DeSoto Correctional Institution. Opened in 1996, the DeSoto Correctional Institution is located in DeSoto County, Florida, and houses a mixed security level of male inmates. Despite its good reputation, the prison is still facing several challenges that make it one of the worst in Florida. One of the major problems faced by the prison is overcrowding. Inmates are often located in cells with several other inmates, which hampers their access to facilities and contributes to the unhealthy living conditions in the prison. Another major issue faced by the prison is the use of excessive force by guards. Despite widespread condemnation and a few guards being fired, some guards still believe that excessive force is the only way to restore law and order in the prison. At number 3, we have Charlotte Correctional Institution.
The Charlotte County prison guard had to spend the night in jail herself because investigators say she showed up to work yesterday with all of this hidden inside her pants. 9 cell phones, 2 SIM cards, and 2 power cords. All of it was stuffed between her underwear and a pair of shorts.
Another suspicious death of an inmate at the Charlotte Correctional Institution. There are now 7 deaths under investigation there.
Robert Peterkin was found dead in Charlotte Correctional Institution on June 4th after sources inside the prison alerted me today to his death. The state confirmed they were conducting a criminal investigation.
Charlotte County correctional officer was treated after being attacked by an inmate. This is according to investigators. The department says Omar Bleachington struck the officer in the face with a closed fist. Staff responded appropriately, and the inmate was subdued.
Today, we will be uncovering the harsh realities of the Charlotte Correctional Institution. It was the death of an inmate at the hands of a guard that brought the Charlotte Correctional Institution to the forefront of the news. But little did we know about the numerous problems that this prison faced. In 2015, there were 6 unexplained deaths of inmates that were reported. To this day, authorities have yet to reveal the reason behind these deaths, putting a question mark on the safety and security of the prisoners in this facility. The Charlotte Correctional Institution is also facing the problem of overcrowding, which has led to inmates sleeping on the floor and living in very dirty conditions. This only adds to the already harsh conditions that the prisoners face. At number 2, we have Suwannee Correctional Institution.
Fucci was booked into Suwannee Correctional Institution. It's west of Lake City. It houses a little more than 1,100 inmates. What is rare about this is how quickly this happened. In these situations, it usually takes weeks before someone is transported to prison to serve their sentence.
Today, we will be taking a look at the Suwannee Correctional Institution. Opened in 2009, the Suwannee Correctional Institution is relatively new, but it's already making headlines for all the wrong reasons. This prison can house over 1,500 inmates, but it has the most use of first incidents per 100 inmates of any other prison in Florida. The authorities are struggling to bring order to the prison as inmate gangs have made things worse. The situation has become so dire that the FBI has been involved to help the authorities counter some of the issues that they face. At number 1, we have Lowell Prison.
In Lowell Correctional Facility, it's legal prostitution. It's like a brothel. It's like a predator's playground.
We're prey. It's like a lion with a bunch of gazelles. I mean, it's a perfect breeding ground for sexual predators.
Assistant Warden Martinez, known to many of the female inmates as Marty and Daddy, was fired amid allegations of misconduct with inmates. When reached by phone and asked about the allegations, Martinez declined to comment.
Hey guys, this is Kay coming from Lowell with prison news. The days are dark as black coffee.
Keiko Kopp, a prisoner at Lowell Correctional Institution, always starts her newscast on TikTok describing the day as dark as black coffee.
I want to create awareness. You have no idea what's really going on in here.
Kopp, who goes by Kay, has 156,000 followers.
It piqued my interest, and that's why I started digging into this story to try to figure out what and why an inmate would be beat to the point where they are now paraplegic.
Lowell Correctional Institution is the largest prison for women in the country. Most of the corrections officers here are men.
Today, we will be talking about Lowell Prison, one of the most notorious female prisons in the state of Florida. Located in Marion County, Central Florida, Lowell Prison has a capacity of over 3,000 inmates and has been open since 1956. However, the prison has been shrouded in controversy for years due to violence, drug use, excessive force by guards, and the rampant cases of sexual abuse. Inmates have reported that sexual abuse is so common in Lowell that the prison is often referred to as a place where rape is legal. These allegations have been substantiated by numerous reports and investigations over the years. In 2020, Lowell Prison was hit by the COVID-19 outbreak, making the already difficult conditions for inmates even worse. This is not the first time the prison has faced a health crisis. In 2004, an outbreak of tuberculosis infected several prisoners, causing widespread concern. In addition to the problems with guard misconduct, The living conditions in the prison have been reported to be unhealthy and unhygienic. This raises serious concerns about the welfare and treatment of the prisoners in the Walton Correctional Institution.